Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Salami. The time is 7 minutes before the top of the hour. You're still tuned in to News and Views with myself, Salalo Makwidiri. And before we went to the break, I did mention that we'll be speaking to the executive mayor of Georgia, Mr. Leon Van Veek. We'll be chatting briefly about that building collapse that claimed so far about 6 lives and more than 40 people. They're still trapped under the rubble. The last that we heard is that, more people have been rescued and, the rescue teams, they are making inroads. And joining us right now is the executive mayor of Georgia, Mr. Leon Van Veek. Mr. Van Veek, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Salam Media. I'm really pleased to have you join us just to give us insight on what's currently happening in Georgia. I'm sure a really, really difficult time, but if you can just in a nutshell, give us a short overview on where we are right now after that collapse building in the early hours of Monday night. What's the current status? Do we know how many people are still under the rubble? Just give us a lay of the land and how the rescue operations are going.
Yes, look, we 44 hours since the tragedy took place, which was after 2 o'clock on Monday afternoon. So at present, we still need to try and identify and rescue 39 people who are under this rubble. And we've been able to account for 36 so far, of which 7 have been fatalities. So it's an ongoing operation that is taking place, obviously a very delicate operation because you've got 5 stories worth of building that has collapsed on that site, and there was a basement as well. So what the rescue team has to do is to meticulously work through, and they've been through an exercise trying to identify where any sounds or any tapping come from people who've been trapped down below. So a lot of work has gone into that, through the 2 nights. And this morning, what now needs to be executed, and the exercise now is started on how do we try and start removing some of the layers of concrete that, in other words, the big slabs. So that's a lot more difficult. We've got out a number of people, but it's becoming very difficult to get access to the others. So it's a race against time, because internationally the norm is 72 hours, and after 72 hours it moves from rescue to recovery. So we've got the rest of today and into tomorrow to try and see how many more people we can now get out of that rubble.
Mm-hmm. I know, the focus right now would be largely on, that those rescue operations that are currently happening. But what have the initial investigations revealed so far regarding the potential causes of the collapse?
Yes, look, it's very difficult to get to any cause at this stage. The investigations are underway. So there's a statutory investigation that the Department of Labour needs to do, because people were injured, they were killed on the site. So that part of it will be under their operation, as well under SAPS, because SAPS crime scene team has also been with us now since Monday afternoon. And further, the provincial government has also ordered an investigation using a firm of consulting engineers to help determine what went wrong. So that investigation will take place, because they'll be testing the material on the site to determine what was then the cause, or what other lapses took place in the safety and in the whole structure of that building. That'll go on. Obviously the big focus now remains on rescue, and then dealing with the families of the victims.
Mm. And I think, if there's one thing that everyone listening, and I think, all South Africans would like to know, and that they have been, all kinds of conspiracies regarding this, is the issue of the construction company responsible for the building. What's the latest you can give us? They have not been named. Can you share any information about, who they are, their track record, compliance with safety regulations, just anything on them, if they've been identified?
Yes, look, the developers are a company called Neo Trend Group. So, they've been responsible for the development, and they were then also responsible for the construction team that were appointed at this stage. So, we don't have at this stage any records of what their previous construction activities, but no doubt, the Department of Labor will be looking into all of that and that type of history that then took place within in terms of the investigation.
And just finally, what message do you have for the residents of George and for the rest of South Africa during this, unprecedented, difficult time?
Yes, look, we highly appreciative of the generosity of residents and businesses who have really stepped up and made sure that refreshments and food and all of those type of provisions have been provided, and we're absolutely blown away by that generosity, how they've then assisted families of the victims, and we've got the gift of the givers are on site assisting, and a local foundation is also doing their work here. So everybody is banded together in what has been done. The interfaith religious community have also been assisting and then providing that sort of assistance and counselling and so forth to the families, along with the specialist social workers. So I think we're very grateful for all of that, and it's not something that one would like to happen anywhere in the country. But what I must say, I'm just struck every single time, and last night coming onto site again, just looking at the extent of this rescue operation, the professionality of what has been done. I believe it's really world-class work that has been done, and the type of equipment that has been brought in from Cape Town and the Western Cape to come and assist here is highly appreciated, and certainly indicates that the team here knows exactly what they are doing, and they're acting with absolute precision in how they undertake this exercise.
All right. I think you're going to leave it there, Leon van Veek, the executive mayor of George. Thank you so much for giving us your time. And I'm pretty sure if there are any other updates, I will be reaching out to you and you'll be able to speak to us. But I think for now, we're going to leave it there.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was Leon van Veek, the executive mayor of Georgia, just giving us insight on that tragedy that happened in that part of the world where dozens of construction workers are still trapped beneath the rubble following the collapse of a building. So I think this one story to keep your ears and eyes on. And here on Salam Media, we'll be following it and giving you updates as they come. But I think for now, we're going to leave it there. It's been a really, really wonderful show. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your time for the past 2 hours. I really appreciate the interactions, and also really appreciate my team, Kolani there, who was part of the team, and also Nasrin Naidu, who's the co-producer of the show. Thank you guys for making this possible. I'll be with you tomorrow for the Thursday edition of News and Views, but for now we're going to leave it there. Thank you, and assalamu alaikum till we meet again. Bye.